Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Munro Live. Today we're going to be having a look at the ID.4. And we're going to be looking at it together because I haven't really had a chance to look at this thing deeply, and the guys here want me to get my first impressions. The ID.4 is what's being shipped into the US. We're going to maybe see the ID.3 in the future, but for right now it's a European and Far Eastern kind of a product. So let's walk over here to this blue box. From the front, you can't miss the fact that it's a VW. I like the grill work, kind of Bentley-ish, but you have to remember that VW owns Bentley. So let me have a peek. Okay, so normally VW is not my first choice to look at for a car, but I actually quite like the styling here. I like the three-tone paint job, although I'm not a big fan of paint. At least they don't have as much chrome as what you'd normally see on a VW. I like the wheels, actually. You know what? It just dawned on me. These wheels are the right size for this car. This is supposed to be an SUV-ish kind of vehicle. And these are relatively big, and they give me the impression of what's the name of that guy? Ben-Hur, yeah. These wheels look like they're ready to chew up the competition. Kind of a nice look. So outside, I don't need a gap gauge. My eyeballs work pretty well, and I would say most of the gaps, except for that one on the bottom, are quite good. This, not so much. But that could be because of stretch and shrink that's associated with that plastic deflector. Let's have a look over here at the rear quarters. Very tight. Actually, the back end looks pretty nice too. All in all, this is looking good. It looks beefy, which is kind of good for this type of vehicle. It's got a hitch point, so looks like we can tow things. Yeah, it looks good from outside. It looks good from every angle. Let's go around to the driver's side again and have a look at. Oh, I like the spoiler. And that's pretty good. That's real good. The fit and finish on here is obvious that this is a quality build. There's no question about that. So let's just take a look at what this is like here. Okay, so they have the little push button kind of a door latch, which I kind of like. So anyway, the reason I like this kind of door handle is because there's no movement. The only movement is inside, and all it is a switch to open the door. I kind of prefer that. White. This is not really made for me. I have a tendency to make white things dirty. But my wife would like it. The navigation screen here is a little smaller than I would have expected, but it's elegantly done. I must say I like the way things are going on here, and I like actually this feature here because most folks that are new to EVs get all confused because everything's in the screen. So what they've tried to do is make it so there's a couple of buttons. These ones are soft touch, but they put a couple of buttons in here that made it easy for the entry-level kind of guy to come into. I like this too. This is kind of cool. Oh, this is actually so this is really quite cool. So this will teach me how to get from point to point. I don't have my foot on the brake, so it ain't going to do anything. So this is kind of good. I can see out the steering wheel. I see a little teeny tiny thing that tells me what's going on as far as the car is concerned. So they've split this up a smidge, and quite frankly, this all looks good. I have no complaints here at all. And having this up like the paddle on a race car is not so bad, because you're only going to use it periodically. You're not going to be using it while you're driving, so all good. So what do we have here? It's windshield wipers and lights, so kind of standard. This is standard as well, right? We're all looking at cruise control and things like that. So at the end of the day, this would be a good transition for people who are maybe older or not familiar with battery packs and or EVs in general. And it would kind of like ease their way into the EV world. Yeah, pretty much everything here is kind of like what I would expect, as far as turning things on and off. Maybe. How about off? There we go. Lots of push buttons. So it's got a SOS thingy. Oh, that's nice. Very General Motors-ish. This is the cup holder. Now, will this be? No, this won't work for Sandy. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, it does. Oh, good deal. Okay, so anyone who's ever driven with me knows that I'm sloppy, and so having this so I can take it out and clean it makes it good for my relationship with my house, at my house. And there won't be any squeak and rattle there. That's all rock solid. I've got some storage space down here. Not sure exactly why that's there or what that does. Is that another cup holder or something? And they've got a couple of little teeny tiny jacks here for your phone and whatnot. I guess you could put them inside this little, what do you call it, tray. So let's go back to these lights now that I've been trained. See, one of the things I've got a problem with is I'm too ham-handed, I guess, for a lot of this stuff. It's gentle. And I also just found out about the volume control and whatnot. I don't care for it, but there you go. Anyways, there's a lot of things here that we can see the lighting effects, the thermostat on each side. I like this. I just got to get used to being a little less aggressive, I guess. This is actually less intuitive I'm sure that this would have been more intuitive for me when before I was driving a Tesla. Now it seems kind of awkward because almost everything on the Tesla is right here, and you can get into touchscreen much faster than I didn't know about these little what do you call it, sliders here. So it's kind of a good idea. Actually, it's probably a really good idea, and I'm sure that my parents would have been a lot more enthusiastic about that than I am. But I can tell you that people are moving into a new vehicle or a new style vehicle, like an electric vehicle, would probably appreciate this a little bit better. So let's go to something that I just kind of found out about. See this button right here? It says engine start and stop. Okay, you don't need to use it. It doesn't. This doesn't have an engine. I have no idea why they put that in. Maybe that was to, again, help some of these folks that are just getting into the EV world, make them feel better or something, like they're something to do. I don't know. Personally, I would take it out because that, to me, is cost with no value. Tell you what, let's just jump in the back seat and see what that's like. By the way, I was going to say these are these are relatively comfortable seats. It's going to be a while before anybody talks me out of the Tesla seats, but these are pretty nice. And I do like the timbre door idea. We tried selling this so many times at different customers because it slides in. This is very, very common if you look at any of the aircraft that we do, like for the 787 or 777. We put this kind of stuff in all the time in the business class because it's light, it's effective, it's efficient. People like the feel of it. I like the feel too. Anyway, let's look at the back seat. Oh. Okay, so plenty of leg room. For me, with my usually dirty hands, white is probably not my best option. I love the panoramic window up here. That's kind of like really nice. I've really got into this kind of a look. It's especially great for the back seat. This is good for the kids to look out the windows and stuff like that, or if you happen to be the passenger and you don't like the conversation, it gives you something to do as well. The windows are gigantor. I like that as well. This has got no problem with kids throwing up. And although that doesn't sound like much until you've had a kid throwing up on your car, it's kind of a big deal. The armrest is good and comfortable and at the right size. And we have here is pass-through for skis, I'm guessing. What is that? Top tether. Oh, this is for baby seats. Sorry, I'm not paying attention here. Anyways, there we go. So, so the back seats are comfortable. I'm not sure whether they're heated or not, but they feel pretty good. Actually, this isn't leather, but it feels nice. It's a good feel. Let's go and have a look at. Okay, I love children's things, especially when it comes to the fact that I'm locked in. Still.
Yeah, the child lock's on, Sandy, sorry.
I always hated those things. I always wondered what would happen if there's a crash and it's a front end crash and the kid's in the back seat and can't get out. I don't like that. But that's just, what do I know? I mean, I'm just a piano player. So anyway, let's have a look and see what they've got back here. I'm assuming this is, did I assume wrong? No, I didn't. So this is kind of spacious. It's enough. What do we have? That's your charging cables. We're going to be taking this out for a ride. These are the mats. So anyhow, let's just look and see what's under here. That is about the skinniest I've ever seen. That is not really worthwhile. I would probably not put this this top section on here. This lid doesn't do anything. If that's it. Oh, wait a minute. What do we got? Maybe toolbox. Yeah, I wouldn't have wasted a lot of time and money on that. I don't think I see anything here that makes me excited about this load floor. So anyway, we're going to be looking at taking this out for a drive. Right here. We're going to be looking to take this out for a drive in a bit, but not today. So let's just look at what we've got here. From a styling standpoint, this looks pretty damn good. I haven't even looked at the pictures of the ID.4 yet, so this is literally my first glance. I absolutely love. I don't normally like blue paint, but blue with the black and the silver here, this looks pretty nice. I really love the wheels. White is just a color I wouldn't pick, but at the end of the day, this is so far a pretty good looking vehicle. I'm glad to see that Volkswagen popped this out, and I can hardly wait until we get a chance to take it on the road and see what it'll really do.